Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Gonna cut something a little bit different today. I got 8 small agate nodules from West Texas. People I bought these from said they were Woodward Ranch. A few of these look pretty good, so let's walk through them real quick and see what we're gonna be cutting. Alright, like I said, these are all fairly small. This one's windowed right over here. Don't know if I want to cut through that, but I think that's the cut I want to make. I want to cut it long ways. I don't know how much of a window this is, but if I cut on this side, maybe I'll miss most of that. Looks like it's going to be a gray banded agate, at least gray agate. Not real familiar with cutting the West Texas nodules, but this one looks pretty good. Can't tell if that's a quartz window on the bottom or an agate. Probably just cut this one long ways. Again, all these cuts that I make up, they're subject to change when I get to the saw. Might see something that makes me change my mind. This one's obviously got a botryoidal interior with a dark chalcedony. So I'll cut it parallel to that. Hopefully far enough back that I don't cut that opening. Alright, this one's got a banded window right there. It looks pretty nice. Maybe another little window here. And possibly a little bit of a window over here. So, I don't know. I might try to cut that one right here and miss those windows. We'll see. All right, another window on this end. Wonder if I cut this one like that, just on the other side of that window, long ways. Negative impression right there, not a window. I'm just going to cut him down the middle there. Yeah, just cut it through the thick part. And the last one. I think I see an interior fracture right there, but it's right where I want to cut it. So I'll try to cut it parallel to that rather than crossing it. Okay. Let's get these on the saw, get them cut open, and we'll see what's on the inside of these. Be right back. All right, back from the saw. Let's go through these real quick and see if any of them came out nice. All right, start with this end. All right, well, first off, what I noticed, these Texas agates have on the bottoms, typically they got plumes growing up into the stone. This one's got some water line banding, mostly quartz, a little bit of a pocket. So, nice looking, but don't know if I'll do anything with that one. All right, let's see if this one, a little water on it. All right. All right, we've got that kind of a grayish colored chalcedony around a quartz pocket. Again, you got those plumes growing up from the bottom end of the stone. Got that one right next to that negative impression. You can see the quartz faces or calcite crystal faces from something that dissolved out. All right, so far mostly quartz. Try this one. All right, well, this one's banded. Not a lot of contrast or a lot of bands, but better than the last two. All right, let's, this is that one that had that botryoidal. Wanted to cut it a little further back, but I missed. Cut it fairly thin on this side. Let's see what the other part looks like. Well, we'll start with this. This is probably just gonna go in the tumbler. Very dark chalcedony. And this side, dark in the center. I do have a little bit of that pocket left. And it starts to get lighter on the ends. I wonder if I took another slice off of that, if that would get lighter and better. That would still look really nice polished. Specimen piece. I don't know, we'll think about that. It's a possibility that another slab will make it better. Maybe I'll do that at some point. Okay. All right, so this one, I kind of messed up the cut. A little too far to one side. So I got a small side and a bigger side. Let's start with the small side. Banded. Again, similar to the last one where not a lot of contrast or a lot of bands. This side's a little nicer. You can start to see the bands a little better. So again, not sure if this one would benefit from another cut or maybe just face polishing that. And this could just throw in the tumbler. All right, 3 left. All right, well, this one's definitely interesting. Start on this side. You can see the dendrites that are growing in this. Some plumes on the side. Definitely some banding going on in this one. Now if I polish this, I would need to do probably a face polish, otherwise these dendrites might go away. Hate to polish them out since that's kind of what makes this one look cool. All right, and the other side. This one's got some dendrites that go a little deeper. They're really cool looking. I don't know. I think this one's definitely worth polishing. Unique. All right. 2 left. Well, these all kind of have the similar, really light, very little contrast in the bands. This side's a little better than this side with contrast anyways. But I bet this one would still look good polished. Well, they're definitely different than the Hela bends that I typically cut. All right, last up. All right, we're sticking with that same theme. Very light banding, not a lot of contrast. This one's got more plumes in it. Might actually go up into the middle of the stone. So it might be worth polishing to see what happens with that. On this side, plumes are just around the edges. But again, it might be nice to polish. All right, well, that's the last one in this video. I want to thank everybody for watching. See you on the next one. Have a good day. Bye.